Hello, hello. It's been a while since I've done a gaming pickups. I think it's just over a month now. So I'm gonna go over all the pickups that I have got over the last, I guess, maybe 6 weeks. Um, so there's a lot, but bear with me. Starting off then, the first game that I bought, this would have been back on September 30th, was Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. That was a digital purchase because basically the Square Enix didn't release a physical for Xbox, which is where I play most of my games. So unfortunately, no physical for that. So here it is. And then we'll do this one next, I guess, because it's right in front of me. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD Remake. There we go. Get a bit of a closer look. This came out not too long ago now. It was the 30th of October. I'm playing that at the moment. That's my current game. I'm like halfway through Dragon Quest 1. I'm going to carry on playing it as soon as I've recorded this video. I kind of want to get 1 finished today so that I can go on to 2 next week. Basically, just because of the amount that I've been working the past week or so, it's busy time of the year. I've not had a chance to properly play it yet. I've never played most of the Dragon Quest games. I played Dragon Quest 3, and then I played like bits of other games. So 1 and 2 I've never played before, and I'm enjoying playing it at the moment. It's a really nice, simple RPG. During the last month, I decided to cash in all the tips that I had from work whilst I had a week off. So I did that and decided to go into CEX. So all of the rest of these games are either from CEX or I've purchased them online from various different places. So our first game added to the Final Fantasy collection is Final Fantasy VII Remake. As you can see, this bottom shelf here, we'll get there eventually. This shelf here, these are all Final Fantasy games. So we've got Final Fantasy VII Remake to add to that now. I do have the PS5 version remake integrated with the DLC and stuff, so that's already on the shelf. I got a Steelbook for the Xbox 360, Lost Planet, for £10. Lost Planet I played a little bit of. I do remember buying it years ago, but never properly put any time into it. And I saw the Steelbook on the shelf. The CEX that is closest to me, my local CEX, is tiny. It's not much bigger than the room that I'm in. So if I see any Steelbooks or anything on the shelves, then I tend to pick them up. I have, for the Pokemon collection, a copy of Pokemon Sun. Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon I didn't particularly play. For whatever reason, I just skipped that generation. I'd come back for Gen 5, sort of the end of Gen 5. I got a copy of White. I think it's White 2. And then got X and Y. Well, X. Was it X? Might be Y. And then a copy of Alpha Sapphire. So that's kind of where I was at the time. And yeah, I never had a copy of Pokemon Sun and Moon. So we have a copy of Pokemon Sun. Let's get this sticker off. There we go. Copy of Pokemon Sun for the Pokemon collection, and also a copy of Pokemon Moon. This is the fan edition. Basically, I went into CEX and there was a copy of Pokemon Sun and Moon out on the shelves. They were £20 each, so I was like, I will buy that. And then the member of staff kindly offered me an upgrade to this for for free. So I got a nice boxed copy. It's really fantastic condition. Whoever had this originally has really taken care of it. Comes with a steelbook, so free steelbook and free bit of cardboard. So that's Pokemon Sun and Moon added to the Pokemon collection. I'll carry on talking about that in a sec. Also for the Final Fantasy collection, I got a copy of Chocobo Tales. Just because it's like Final Fantasy Fables rather than it being particularly Chocobo related. But yeah, we got that. And I also got a copy of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time. So I've almost got every Final Fantasy game that was on the DS. I've got 2 more left to get, I believe. Looking at CEX's website, it's a copy of Final Fantasy IV that I need, and Final Fantasy, it's like 4 Heroes Explorers of Light or something along those lines. And then I'll have all of the DS games, which is pretty cool. On the Switch, I have a copy of Pokken Tournament. I picked this up from Vinted for, I think it was 25, so 28 with postage. With this, that is all of the Pokemon Switch games. Well, so I own all the Pokemon Switch games now. I also got a Pokemon Shield Steelbook. This was like a tenner off eBay. Although I was struggling to open it then. Yeah, it's just the Steelbook. There's a couple more Steelbooks that I need to get for the Switch collection for Pokemon. I think there's the gold one for Sword and Shield, the gold one for Scarlet and Violet, which you got in the double packs. It's like a exclusive double pack steelbook. There's a steelbook for Legends Arceus that I need, and a steelbook for the double pack for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Which also, as I said, I've got all of the Switch games for Pokemon. I have also got Legends ZA, which only came out last month. Came out mid-October. I've been playing this quite a lot. I spend quite a lot of time like shiny hunting now because I finished the game and stuff like that. So, fun game. Very much enjoying it at the moment. So, put that there out the way. And then the rest of the games are all Xbox 360 pickups. I'm not entirely sure whether I've shown some of these off in the previous episode, but if I did, I did. So we got a copy of Farming Simulator. Everyone knows Farming Simulator, but do you know that there is also an esports for Farming Simulator? If you didn't, you do now. Copy of Connectimals, now with bears. I did not pay £35 for that. That is a game sticker, I believe. If I can get that off. It doesn't want to come off. Yeah, it doesn't want to come off. Yeah, Connectimals with bears. I've got the normal Connectimals version. That's like a DLC add-on type thing. A copy of Winter Stars, which once upon a time was a £20 game. They were trying to sell it for £35 at one point. Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger. This is one of the 2D fighters. Not entirely enthusiastic about 2D fighters. Personally, it's not my sort of thing. The fantastic game that is Champion Jockey, G1 Jockey, and Gallop Racer. No idea. But yeah, I needed that. We got a copy of Happy Feet 2. I think I've seen Happy Feet 2. I've definitely seen Happy Feet. Carrier Command Gaia Mission. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Not exactly amazing titles, are they? Heroes Over Europe. Another one of those simulation plane fighter games that we got on the Xbox 360, which we got quite a few of. Legends of Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. No idea. It's based on a film of the same name. A copy of Syndicate. I know a lot of people like Syndicate. The expensive title for the month was a copy of Overture Guilty Gear 2, or Guilty Gear 2 Overture, I guess. When I actually got this game sent to me from CEX, they sent an Italian copy, so I had to take it back to CEX to get it changed, which was why I ended up spending money in CEX, buying a bunch of games, just because I had to, take that back, get it sorted. I'd have kept the Italian version, but the Italian version sells on eBay for 20 quid, whereas the English version, you're looking at, well, it was 42 in CEX with the manual, so wasn't too happy about that. There's no way I was keeping that one. I picked up a copy of Left 4 Dead 2. It's probably the best game out of the bunch, to be honest. Left 4 Dead 2, I did pick up a digital copy of years ago now. The digital copy on the Xbox store dropped to I think it was like £3.50 or something like that. And as you've just seen from the label, the physical copy is £18. So, but yeah, do need it for the collection. So Left 4 Dead 2, as I said, arguably the best game out of the bunch. I got a copy of Ben 10, Alien Force Vilgax Attacks. This is a game that I've actually played before. I borrowed it off a friend during the summer months when there was no games released, and got the 100% for this. So I actually have all the achievements in this one. There's a couple more Ben 10 games to pick up. I think there's like 3, maybe 4. I do have the kart racer, so there's that. Rise of the Guardians, another movie tie-in game. This one's a DreamWorks title. Let's get these stickers off. This one doesn't want to come off. Yeah. I've not seen Rise of the Guardians either, so maybe I'll go and hunt down it down online, see if I can find it to watch it. Might be on Netflix or something, who knows. I've got a copy of NBA Street Home Court. Another long list of NBA games that are on the system. There's like 2K took over the NBA series from EA. There's like a load of NBA 2K games. There's NBA Live, which has got like 5 or 6 titles, and then there's like NBA Chosen One, NBA Street Home Court, like a bunch of more arcadey sort of NBA titles. I got a copy of Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. This is the DLC. It's just the DLC on disc, basically. Wrong case, unfortunately. I bought this one for Music Magpie, so I'll have to do a case swap at some point. Not sure whether it's supposed to come with a manual or not. It might not. with it being DLC. But yeah, I'll just do a case swap at some point. A copy of NHL 15, so yeah, another sports title, because there's so many sports titles on the system, between your golf and your ice hockey and your basketball and your football, and yeah. Needs a case swap again. It came in a standard black DVD case. I got a copy of Injustice: Gods Among Us. This is just so that I've got a normal physical copy for the shelf. I've got a steelbook that I bought. It came along with the collector's edition. It didn't come with like a standard physical copy, so I got a standard physical copy. It was a couple of quid, so. Nickelodeon's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So this is 2 of the, I think, 3 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle titles that are on the Xbox that I've got now. One of them was heavily sun faded. Should be in last month's pickups video. But yeah, another Turtles title. Midnight Club Los Angeles. And a Rockstar developed racing game. Supposed to be pretty good, with it being Rockstar. Speaking of sports titles, we've got another one. Pro Evolution Soccer 2016. There's still more football titles that I need for the collection. I've got all of the FIFA ones. There's still like a couple of like random football titles. I think there's like This Is Football that I still need, which was Ubisoft's attempt at football game. And then I think there's like 2 more Pro Evolution Soccers that I need or something. But last game is a copy of Final Fantasy 11 again, but this is the 2008 edition. So this is another one for the Final Fantasy collection. I hadn't actually put this on the right shelf. It was in with the other Xbox 360 games that need to be put away. But yeah, now that I've done this pickups video, I can put them all away. Yeah, the Final Fantasy 11 version that I played originally would have been 2007. It was before Wings of the Goddess launched. So yeah, that's that. That's all the pickups from the last month. Quite a few. As I said, I'm going to try and make sure that I do these every month. So the next one should be like the start of December-ish, whenever that Sunday is. I don't anticipate buying as many games this month, just because it's 1, lead up to Christmas, and 2, my car needs work to it. But yeah, from the last time you saw my room, this here, there we go. This bookcase was added. I added that other bookcase. I put all my miscellaneous games on there at the moment. There's like GameCube, PS1, 360 spares. There's a couple of PS2 games on there, PSP. Just sort of not on the floor, and they're kind of out of the way. You will have noticed as well that the camera's at a slight angle. I've changed my setup, so I've got my TV here now rather than it being over there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Game-wise, I played and finished Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. I played and finished Pokemon Legends CA, and I'm slowly working through Dragon Quest, as I've said. But yeah, I don't particularly anticipate buying a whole lot of games this month. It'll be the usual 360 titles every week. Depending on how much my car costs, and then obviously Christmas. I've got most of the Christmas presents bought, but I still need to buy family stuff, basically. I need to figure out what to get. But yeah, that's a chat for another time. If you did make it to the end of my pickups video, thank you for watching, and I will see you next month for another pickups video.